two?
Yep. Just for reason 230.
Go in there.
Those unless there's, I don't know if there's stuff around here. That's a burger place right here.
It's okay. It's okay. It's only one. Not here.
You know that, though. That's what do you want?